This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for a cable news gas fed show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have the code for the machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you never stood here. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.com.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Darl, the movement dedicated to empowering men, uniting brothers, and building a strong coalition. This is more than just a conversation. It's a call to action. Join us as we uplift, support, and inspire men worldwide. Because together, we don't just talk, we lead. We grow and we conquer. Are you ready to be part of the coalition? Let's dive in.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Shaw and Daryl. Today we're gonna talk about something, bro, that's changing the world, dog. It's changing the world. We're gonna talk about artificial intelligence known as AI. But you know what? Since you and I, we over 50, we're going to talk about how to learn and focus on it over 50. Okay. And not to mention, we're going to talk about go into how it's changing businesses and how grow, when people grow business and stuff like that. But welcome to the show, dog. What's happening?
Yeah, and man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Talking about today.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. You know, I got a little yawning going on right here, but you know, we're going to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the show, y'all. Again, man, y'all follow us on YouTube, Man Talk 133. Facebook, Us Talking. Instagram, Man Talk 133, and mantalk133.com.
Yes, sir.
Check us out. So
we always talk about dragging each other up the hill. Yeah. Hey, shout him out. He drove me up the hill today, y'all.
Yeah, put him out today.
But we gonna make it. We gonna make it.
We definitely gonna make it, dog. That's for
sure.
Sure. You know, man, I've been watching this AI movement, right? And
okay,
you know, and it's a thing, man. That's it's like it's so powerful, man, that they got some apps now that can write papers for people, right? Books for people,
right?
All kind of stuff that it can do for people. You know, some people, like the older people, you know, like they think, you heard AI, you know what they think about. They think about them robots coming. What's that movie, dog?
Yeah, Will Smith, I, Robot.
Yeah, they think about stuff like I, Robot, and you know, these scientific movies and stuff like that.
But I think that's coming too, though.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, because the way AI is moving, you know, AI is moving so fast, man, that, you know, some people, you know, the older people think it's just for like young people, you know, the young tech people. You gotta think about it, dog. Most of the time, man, you know, the way they're using AI, man, everybody's using, don't even know it. If you look at the bottom of your phone, they got that little star looking thing up there to regenerate with AI. Just that's AI. You know what I'm saying? That you can regenerate whatever you want to regenerate. So it's absolutely for everybody, whether you 55, 65, 75, it ain't too late to learn, dog. So we're gonna jump into some stuff today to try to help people learn AI, and also how people can use AI in businesses. We in this business,
right? Because I guess I get a little class on it too. Then while we up here together, because I see it, but I haven't really tapped into it yet. I guess the part of AI that I've seen a lot of people is what you want to call it, redoing themselves or making like pictures of themselves when they were younger or something like that, make them look younger or something. I've seen that. I've seen them that done, but I haven't tapped into that yet. But and then of course, like in the past, we always heard, in the early stages of AI, like people were saying, like, I ain't gonna bother with AI because whatever kind of facial recognition, whatever they trying to do. But I'm like, really, bro, they already know who you are anyway. So
yeah, I'm about to say, you can't really, some stuff you can't just really hide from it. Just,
you can't run no more like back in the day. They got you.
Yeah, they got you, dog. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with this question, dog. Why would someone over 50 even care about learning AI? You over 50, why you care? I'm over 50 and I know all about it. I don't know all about it, but I know quite a bit about it.
And see, that's why I'm saying, I'm gonna pretty much get a class off of this too, because I haven't really tapped into it yet. I mean, I guess I haven't seen the business aspect of AI. I've just seen the enhancement part. Right. People are trying to enhance themselves, making themselves look like they 50 years younger. And all that, you know what I'm saying? I've seen that type of AI, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen the business aspect of it yet.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go over how to learn. We're going to learn about AI, and then I'm going to flip over, and then I'm going to show how AI is affecting business, how it can help grow your businesses and stuff like that, right? Or either kill your business, how you want to look at it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This because the AI is a for real thing, dog. Right. All right. So why should someone over 50 even care about learning about AI? The answer is simple. AI is becoming part of our daily lives, from smartphone app to banking apps. Remember, I was telling you about that. Health tickers, customer service is everywhere. You go into the little stands and you had to put all your information in, so you got to talk to no person. See, all that stuff is like part of AI, but a lot of people think it's just like we was talking about earlier, like Will Smith and all of them. And like you said, I feel like it's gonna be eventually come, but it's just AI is kind of like a tool. It gives you like the independence, like the confidence and to tap into like new opportunities and stuff like that without having to do the research like you used to do.
Right. Now help me out correct me if I'm wrong. I think I just experienced that last night because it wasn't me, like my wife, Tally, what she did was, she wasn't feeling too good, right? Cause she, battling this sinus stuff, right? So they got this thing called Teladoc. And I guess you can type in your symptoms and talk to somebody or whatever you do, all you need to do. And then what they'll do is they'll call you back or something like that. In whatever it may be, I'm just saying like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, maybe a little longer. And they actually call her back and they actually talk to her phone, or you can do it on your computer or whatever. And then once they got all the symptoms or whatever, they'll send whatever the medications is that goes with that type of symptoms. They'll have it sent to your pharmacist without going to the emergency room.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, that's a part of it, because it makes everything easier. Like, the apps and all kind of stuff, like the stuff on smartphones, it make it easier. Like when I did my research, right? I take my research, I type it into like my notes, but at the bottom it has this little pencil thing at the bottom, which is makes it for AI. If I tap on it, it'll restructure everything that I put in based on the words that I have in it. It'll rewrite it but I don't have to because I already done my own research. But it'll rewrite it all the way across. All you have to do is just edit it, turn the paper in, and get an A on it. Just kind of.
I'm gonna dabble a little bit more into it because, like I said, I think that was kind of like a part of it. Now that you have brought it to the light, you know what I'm saying. But I guess if it's something that's like major, like maybe something like going on with your ear or something like that, or something, like something that they have to look inside. Yeah, they'll probably tell you to go to the ER. But like symptoms, flu-like symptoms, because I think one of the things they ask, do you have COVID, stuff like that. Do you think it's COVID symptoms or whatever? And you're like, no, whatever. Tell them it's like I said, sinus issues or whatever. And they'll send the proper meds to the pharmacist for you to pick it up. And I was like, that's weird. Not weird, but it's cool. But it's weird that we're talking about this because, like you said, it's a kind of a touch of AI.
Yeah, it's AI everywhere, dog. AI is more so like, you remember back in the day when we used to had to learn stuff through email, phones and all that stuff. In the beginning, it was strange because when we got these cell phones, you can walk. We had them landlines. Yeah. Now we got cell phones. In the beginning, we was like, dude, this is wild. I can get in the car, the bag phones. You have car phones.
That's what I was going to say, the good old bag phone. Yeah. Yeah, that was wild, yeah.
Yeah, and that AI is just another step in that journey, but it's on another level. It helps. Basically what it does, it teaches computers how to break down data and all this kind of stuff to make stuff easier. So once you start dealing with like Chat GPT and stuff like that, you can type in certain stuff. Hey, write me a poem about blah blah blah. They'll write you a poem.
Okay,
that's it, and you copy it, paste it. And there's other stuff like you've seen the other the computers, the animated videos generated by AI. They type it into the little software, and the software spit out this video. And me and you have been looking like babies talking.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying, and see that now you kind of like getting deeper into it. Now I see what you mean, like the older people. They don't want it. They kind of afraid to dabble into it because I think they were like in the past, like when this AI first started being talked about, it was almost like they don't want to bother with it because it may steal your identity or whatever. They was talking about different because it was the unknown of what that was. You know what I'm saying? So, but
like you said, they already know your identity, bro. Face recognition.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they already know you. You can't run, bro.
You cannot run. This is an important thing too. Studies show that learning new skills keep the brain sharp, help fight memory decline. So picking up AI tools isn't just about being modern. It's about staying mentally active. So if you're over 50 and you ain't tapping into AI, it's you kind of putting yourself behind the 8 ball. Everybody moving forward, but you kind of staying back because you kind of used to the old way of doing stuff. AI is basically created to just make things easy. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's just help, make things better. Just say like for example, say it again.
No, I was saying about like when some of the older people, they didn't want to come to the internet, or they didn't want to come to Facebook and different things like that or whatever. So they were left behind. So now that they came to Facebook and the internet all together, they like it. They're like, hey, I should have been done this. You know what I'm saying? So AI is just like you said, is another step. They're afraid of it, but you got to step on out there.
And how simple. I'm gonna tell you how simple it is. Like when your phone suggests a quicker route, there's AI.
Right.
When Amazon and all these other places show you what your product gonna look like, there's AI.
Right.
All that little simple stuff is AI. When the bank flags your suspicious transaction, There's AI.
Or whenever they show you the map, like like say Amazon, when your stuff is en route.
Yep. That's AI.
They actually show you on the map where it is when it's en route.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna jump back into this after the break, y'all.
Signed up to fight for freedom. What a price you had to pay. Picture in her helmet, missing family every day. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane. Some scars we'll never see. She will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter. She's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. On that old dusty base with the meadows that shine, she's been to hell and back for the stars and the stripes. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane, and some scars we'll never see, and she will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. Yeah, yes. For the ones that didn't make it, we will pause and then we cry. We can still see their smile in every sunrise. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.net.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. Today we're talking about how to use AI over 50. Now I know like the older people kind of scared of AI because they think it's spooky or whatever they think is. But the thing is, man, like for example, I hate to say their names because once I say their name, it's gonna start going off in the house.
Right.
You know, like the AI voices like Siri or Alexa.
Yeah.
Those are AIs, you know, just hey Alexa, recommend a good show for me, or go do this, or whatever the case it is.
Right.
They'll go do it for you. Hey, I recommend boom, 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 boom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, man, it's cool when you, like I said, the more you talk about it, the more we talk about it. And like I said, cause like I said, I understand the older people. That's probably, like they would like to say some of those were the last ones to come to the internet, so I can kind of see them maybe a little bit afraid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, me too. But you know what the thing is, man, they got to start small. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to start from scratch like you just, because if they got a smartphone It's AI's already in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to learn how to use it. Just like, hey, you know, for example, like this week, you can just say, hey, Siri or whoever, stop it. Told you. That'll wake them up, Doc.
You woke them up.
Yeah, this see, look, stop it.
Right.
Stop.
Hey, how my volume? My volume pretty good over here.
Oh yeah, you should.
My mic sound pretty good. Okay. All right,
yeah,
make sure.
Good.
All right.
Yeah, all you gotta do is say, hey, so and so, set me a timer. Yeah, I woke her up. Set me a timer, or set me an alarm, or hey, turn on the heater, or turn off the heater.
Yeah,
all that stuff, man, is just basically like control through AI. It's just, you know, it's just an easier way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? That's basically all it is.
And for the older people, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that's afraid of it, basically all it is just, you know, it's just gonna make you more lazy than you already are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can just sit and just
for real though, you ain't lying about that. It definitely,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, cause hey, you can sit, you know, like you can just like say you can be sitting in your chair or whatever, you know, like I guess you know, say, hey, turn the TV off. You know, whatever, you know, turn the lights on.
Yeah. For real, set timers and everything in there for the lights to come on.
Yeah,
all kind of stuff. You can just set a timer for the lights to come on every night at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Guess what happened? Okay, the lights come on at 7 o'clock.
Yep.
If it's, you know, if it's like, say like if it's Alexa integrated, we got Alexa stuff in it where it can use Alexa to turn it on and off. You can do it. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I got it in here. I got the alarm for Alexa. I got the hey, turn it off.
But
cut
you know
the living
what?
room light off. Cut
right.
But
off. You know what? But you know what though? But like I said, you know, they already know. I'm thinking about it now. Some people probably afraid too.
Yeah. Because
they say Lex and Siri and all that, they record everything that's going on in your house or whatever. But like I said, they, you know, they know what you're doing anyway.
I get what they said, but at the same time, man, it's still designed to make life easy. I'm gonna tell you, it made my life easy. I'm gonna tell you right now, what can they get from me that they don't already know?
Right. Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like they know my social security number.
Yeah.
You know my birthday. They know where I live. They know what I look like. They everything about me. So if you record a conversation, what you gonna record a conversation about?
Right.
That's what for what?
Right. That's what I tried to tell one of my military homeboys. I met up with him in Greensboro a little while back, right? And so we tapped it up, you know, chopped it up a little bit, tapped in over there in Greensboro a little bit, and so we, you know, we was in the mall, so we just grabbed a little bite to eat, right? Because his daughter was down in Charlotte, so he met me in Greensboro. And he was like, "Yo, Wit," he was like, "Man, you know, I'm gonna go ahead on and pay for this, you know, cause we got just grabbed a little Chick-fil-A, you know, in the mall, in the food court, right?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I'll go ahead on. I'm gonna pay for it, man, because you know I pay for it cash. You know, I don't use no card because I don't want him to know where I'm at." And then guess what he did? He pulled out a cell phone and started texting. I'm like, bro, they know where you are. He told me he didn't want to use his card because he don't want to know it, so he still spends cash. But he got a whole Android / Apple phone. I don't know what kind he had, but it was like, you know, a new up-to-date phone, you know, like everybody got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they know where you are, bro. They know you sitting at the Four Seasons.
Yeah, they know where you ping the cell phone tower, dog.
Yeah, so you can, like I said, you can't get around it.
There's no way to get around it, man. And you know what's crazy about it? You know, if you work in an office, you know, if you over 50, this is how I can help you out. If you're over 50, right, and you work in an office and you want to help summarize emails or create presentations, schedule meetings, all you got to do is use the AI design logo, write me a social media post or whatever you need it to do.
Yeah,
it'll do it.
Yeah,
and it makes it easier for you versus you sitting there, man, I'm trying to think of how to make this thing flow. All you gotta do is go chat GPT, say, hey, write me a closing statement for blah 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 about this.
And a lot of times you can see that on Facebook too, how like they had it, how somebody already had the chat, not the chat, but the post already made.
Yeah.
But they just had their name over top of it, and they may put a little caption over it, top of it, like a thumbs up or something like that or whatever. But it already had the post already made. They just put it on their profile or share it or whatever.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
AI, dog. AI. I know. You know, some people, y'all, they gotta, you know, understand that it's a thing that AI ain't gonna replace certain things. It just ain't gonna replace. It ain't gonna replace the wisdom, the experience that that we've been through.
Right.
But it gonna amplify. Just say, like, for example, if you know about guns, right, and you want to go even depth of how, you know, I can, you know, wherever you want to know about it, it's gonna help you know that, because we got limited knowledge on it. So if you take what you know and AI and you put it together, or you got a serious combination, because you'll learn some stuff that it'll blow your mind. You be like, dang, I didn't even know they did that. Right.
Man, tap in on that one.
I'm like, man, you want to plan a vacation? All you gotta do, hey, what's some safe places to go to? Hey, Alexa, what's some safe places to go to right now to travel? She'll I'm telling you, she'll list every one of them. Hey, how long is it gonna take me to get from Raleigh, North Carolina to Greenville, South Carolina to Florida?
Right.
Break it all the way down to the science, to the I'm just telling you. I mean, you know, AI for me has been a good thing for me. Hey, you cook, right? My fish banging. Hey, whatever AI tool you using, what can I do in here? What can I put in this fish to make the people keep coming back? Even the more.
Right. You know, when it's pretty much, man, the AI is pretty much like a lot of these movies.
Yeah.
That we have watched or they have made in the past, not necessarily real old movies, but let's say like mid to early 2000s or whatever, you know, as far as late as 2010, you know, 2012, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, and we see a lot of these movies, and we looking at the movies, is actually what we're talking about now with this AI. But we just look at, back then we were just looking at the movies, and it was just pretty much going over our head, you know. Like the guys can take the watch and, you know, tap their watch and do something with the watch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, now we got that now. We used to didn't have that.
For real, we got all this stuff now that we can, that's at our disposal. And for the old folk, you know, it can help them connect with, you know, the grandparents, connect with the grandchildren, because they can use AI, you know, to like create different things like coloring books and cartoons and all kind of stuff together as a, you know, because think about it, an old person probably wouldn't know how to create a cartoon or whatever, but they could be like, hey, AI, or the little kid can be like, hey, AI, do blah, 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 and it'll hook them up, you know, and they have this whole little memory thing that they could use together. But just because I'm after the break, we're gonna shift into the business side, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this part up. So
go ahead.
All right, so for the people over 80, I mean over 50, I know it's intimidating to them, dog. I know it's a different thing, but the point that you're making is so key that they gotta understand. They already know all your information.
They already know it, dog. They know it already.
It ain't about that. It's about making your life easier when you trying to do certain things. Man, I can't remember what that recipe was. It was and then all you gotta do is go to your thing and just either type it in or say, hey, can you tell me what that recipe was for blah blah, you know, pull it up.
Let me slide this in real quick. And like you said, they already know what you're doing and who you are anyway. But basically, if you're doing what you're supposed to do anyway, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
You ain't got nothing to worry about that. You know what's crazy too? It create grocery lists. I'm just trying to give folks some information on how to, you know, what is what is it what is it for? It's not just for all the other spooky stuff. It's for creating grocery lists, turning the heat up and down, just like any other app you got. That's basically how AI works. So when we come back, we're going to shift just a little bit of how AI is affecting businesses and stuff like that, or how is it helping or whatever. So we'll be right back after the break.
Yeah.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on the front line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, pay the ultimate price. He was the man of the house when he was born. His family is proud but torn. But if you knew him, you would understand. He was raised on how to be brave, just to see the flag still wave. And then he came home with only one hand. He's Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, hear the light. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, stand on these front lines. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, he'll pay the ultimate price. Lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. March in line, march in line. Hey. Hey.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to
sir.
Man 133 with Shaw and Daryl.
Boy, one day I'm gonna break out like coffee.
Yeah, I know. Margin line. You go margin line, dog.
Boy, I'm gonna break out like coffee, boy. Coffee be blowing it, don't it?
Yeah, he'll be playing around with. Shout out to Coffee, dog. Shout out to Coffee. So first half of the show, man, we talked about how to use AI over 50.
Right.
Second half, we're going to talk about how AI is changing the way business is done. Because AI, man, is kind of like it's changing. I'm trying to put it in a way where, like, all right, for example, we talked about this, I think, in the first half, like about Amazon and how they track stuff and how they can, how they can basically, and some from what I'm hearing, I haven't personally seen it myself. So
right.
Just for sake of argument, I have not seen it. I've heard it. Like in some places like Amazon, they got robots where they kind of sort stuff, right? I haven't seen it myself. So if somebody out there that can correct me, please correct me. I just heard it from somebody that says Amazon has robots.
Well, I don't know about Amazon. I'm pretty sure they do, but I know we had some out in Bridgestone.
Yeah.
We had the real big ones too. They used to carry tires and load the tires on the back of them. They'll carry them down to the curing, department. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So some companies going to that. So when we say AI, we talk about this, or some people think of robots, science fiction, or even futuristic movies where machines take over. But the truth is, AI is already here. It's in all our phones. Is what Siri and Alexa and up again. It's what Siri and Alexa, all of them would suggest. Like, hey, you could just say it to your phone, whatever you got. Hey, look up so and so for me.
Right.
They'll look it up. Boom. Just what I found on the web.
Right. You know what? A lot of people are using AI the way we're talking about it, but they don't realize they're using it. And what I mean by that is because it's some people, I know some people that use, like Walmart. They would, I guess they would, because I never did it. So they will call their order in or however they do it. And I'm assuming this is attached to AI. They will call their order in and then they will have somebody deliver whatever was on their grocery list. They would actually deliver it to their home. So I'm assuming that's a part of AI too, like with the automatic. I'm assuming however they send that list in, like it's some people that don't even step foot in Walmart.
Yeah, like me. I ordered online. It's just like placing an online order, and then they send it in.
Pick it up, right?
Yeah, then go to the back, pick it up.
I seen some like when they order it, they actually have drivers that deliver it.
That too,
yeah, and put it on their porch, and then they take a picture of it, make sure everything is there. And then they bounce.
I had that done too. Pretty easy. So let's start like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like AI, right? No, I was just saying that's kind of like with the AI deal. So
yeah, all of that. So let's start with this, so the people know what AI or artificial intelligence, what it is, what it actually is, and what it does for business. At its core, is teaching computers to learn from data and make decisions, sometimes faster and smarter than humans. So, in other words, if I ask you to look up a word, you're gonna have to go to the type it in, or go get your dictionary if you got one, and do all this. When I just say, "Hey, what's the definition of so and so?" I got it just like that, in a split second. Now, if they're able to do it that way, when think about how it improved business, like, hey, so print out me a sales report from last week. Oh, okay. So now in that sales report, I need you to tell me what I need to increase to bring in more revenue, and it'll do all that and spit it out. Now, if you got an analyst, they got to sit down and crunch the numbers and do this and do that, and
exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like so much more easier. That's what I'm telling old people. Don't worry.
It's cool though. I feel you though. It's cool that you can do it like that.
Yeah. Oh no, I do it all the time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, if you need to, like, a word, man, how do you spell so and so? You can't remember how to spell it. Right. Get it right out. So
that's why I tell the kids. That's why I tell a lot of kids today. It shouldn't be no reason why y'all shouldn't be super smart.
No reason why you shouldn't be very intelligent.
Yeah, you got a smartphone right there. And some of them are still not smart. You know, I just had to take a jab right there, but you know, since I was on the smart things though, but you got a smartphone, you still not smart. Like, come on now.
Think about it though, bro. Like us back in the day, I feel like we're pretty intelligent, right?
Oh yeah, encyclopedia action.
Yeah, and we had to do writing a paper. You had to go to the library during school time and try to do it within your hour or two, however long you get in the library to do your research in the encyclopedia and all this other kind of stuff to kind of write your paper. Now
you got to pull your index cards out and do your rough draft. And you know, the kids now, if they hearing this right now, they probably like, what are index cards? They should know that. The reason why I brought that up, because my wife, you know, she was telling the kids one day, you know, like a tablet, you know, like with the binder, like the tablet.
Yeah. They
was like, that's not a tablet. And she was like, you know, yes it is, but y'all don't understand it. It was like, that's not a tablet. Miss Whitaker, that's not a tablet. She was like, yes it is.
Yes, it is a tablet.
Because they're used to the new tablet, the digital.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like you said, man, it's kind of, it's made everything so much easier. Like now you don't really have to write stuff down per se, because you can just say it, copy paste it, then that's it. Or go online, copy paste it, stick it in one of the AI apps. Hey, can you regenerate this and make it better than what I got it? And then they regenerate it and it comes out and sound like you're absolute scholar. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, wait a minute, you wrote that? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, my long hours of research, you know, I spend up numbers of late nights, you know, and I finally got it.
I'm trying to tell you, dog. You think about this. This is how AI is affecting business, right? AI is so smart that even if you go to Amazon and you search something, they're going to pick up what you searched and start sending you recommended stuff.
Yep.
And you're like, dude, matter of fact, you could be in a store and you can say if you in Belk, the geo-targeting, you in Belk, all of a sudden you get a text or email from Belk. And you're like, wait a minute, how do they know I'm in Belk? That geo-targeting, all that stuff is working together. But it helps business because this, so like, for example, you in the store, they send you a 20% off. You already looking at some. You're more than likely you gonna buy it. If it's 20% off, you can be like, wait a minute, dog, how they know I'm gonna take this 20%?
Yeah, seen that, been there, done that numerous of times. You know, a lot of people don't understand that though. But yeah, when you looking at something, searching something, or like you said, you on a certain store, or either whatever you was may have been talking about, you can be actually talking about something, and the next thing you know, you might get an advertisement. Like, hold up. Again, that goes back to they know who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't hide. They heard you talking or whatever is in this phone system or whatever.
They heard it.
Yeah, they heard it. So they're saying you're
targeting, boy. It's crazy. And then not to mention, you know, you think about why you think Amazon and all these different places know what you want before you do. You're like, wait a minute.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like that's all banks use AI for especially like for like the fraud protection side of it.
Right.
They use it for that. I mean, all this stuff, like people just think now how it affects business is helping them. Right. Because you think about it, everything that you need, they recommend it through Amazon or whomever else. The show you want to watch, is it like Netflix? They recommend it.
Yep.
I mean, you think about it, your bank cards, they just think of how much of a infrastructure you would need to have. Just say, like, for example, businesses, it's scanning billions of transactions worldwide, billions, right?
Right.
Just think of the infrastructure you would need to have without AI in order for to do that. The system probably would crash, dog. It ain't no way it can maintain it like that without having some type of AI or something that's and they're just helping them, helping them out with it. So
right.
I'm just saying, man, like we ain't finished yet. We got one more section, but I'm just saying this is some of the ways that how it's affecting business. But we're gonna jump right back into it right after the break.
Right. Okay.
Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. At 19 years old, he was sent off to war, not really sure what he was fighting for. So he fights for what's behind him and his brothers beside him. Together they'll weather the storm. 9 long months later and he's still alive. Fought several long battles you shouldn't have survived. Then the IED exploded as the ambush unfolded. He laid there bleeding as his brothers all died. Whatever happened to the brave young soldier? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he never once cried, lying with his brothers there by his side. Reinforcements arrived in the nick of time. Old Doc had found him and called in the nightline. He awoke in the hospital. They patched all the holes. Too bad they couldn't fix the ones in his soul. And 16 years later he locks all the doors, unable to find anything worth living for. His family has left him. He feels society rejects him. With a bottle and a pistol, he falls to the floor. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine. They say as he died, he sat there and cried, with only his memories sitting there by his side. Brothers and sisters, we can't lose this war. Have we forgotten what the hell we fought for? Pick up the phone, go knock on the door. 22 too many, we must carry on, fighting these battles until they are won. We know that we walk on the edge of a knife, but one simple call can save a life. Whatever happened to the brave old veteran? He was a good friend of mine.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl. Man, we appreciate everybody for joining in to the show.
That's right.
Tonight. All right, so let's move into one of the areas where AI is making one of the biggest impacts. That's customer service, dog. Customer service. You ever been, you ever been onto one of them little sites and they got the little chat bots up there where you type them in?
Yeah.
And AI just you type something in AI, type your whole little message back, and you think it's somebody else typing. Them little things right there, that's AI.
Yeah.
But what that does is it actually helps the businesses track your experience, whether it was good, bad, whether, hey, I want my money back. They want to know why. Help track your order, all kind of stuff.
Right.
But AI is doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the powerful tools when it comes down to making the customers happy.
Right. I think once the older people, the older generation, that's older than us, once they, they're the ones that are still around, once they tap in and once they start using things, it's a lot of them that's probably using that, but still a lot of them that ain't tapped in yet. Once they tap in, they'll probably be like, wow, I wish I had tried or found this earlier.
Yeah, at least 5 years ago.
Yeah, once they get into it, yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But like I said, man, it's so far right now, it can only go so far. For example, if you get into like a complex issue or something like that, they ain't got no other choice but to refer you over to a live person.
Right.
So it's smart up to a certain. Some of them got so smart they can do everything from A to Z. You want a refund? All right, cool. Matter of fact, I give you a good example of AI. If you go to the DMV website, you put your name in, you type your license plate in, you print all that up and keep going. As you want to do is boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you do all that. You want to pay, boom, 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 all of that.
Yeah, right, because I got mine set up like that. I don't even step in DMV no more.
There you go.
I've been doing it for a few years now. I just pay mine right online or whatever. Like you said, when you tap whatever vehicle, whatever you want done, everything will pop up. I pay it right there online, and then they'll send it in the mail. You get it in the mail within the next week.
Exactly.
Your sticker, especially if you're going, you got to get your sticker or something like that.
But that's how it is, man. It's kind of it's designed to make stuff easy. But the downside for me, though, as I think about it and been thinking about it, the downside is the more it grows, the smarter it gets, the less workforce you're gonna need.
Yeah, that's gonna be the big issue right there. Yep.
Because you think about it, you can take one guy and put him in a room, and he can, if you want him to monitor the AI and stuff like that, he can do that. You don't need but one person to just keep a track and make sure, one IT guy.
Right.
Now you can cut out the four customer service reps. You done basically got rid of them.
Yeah, that's why I tell everybody, man, they could, kind of go to school for, the younger people go to school for, like you said, IT or something like that. Because like I said, I witnessed that firsthand when I was on the job out, at Bridgestone, right? When they brought in all those robots and stuff like that, if people used to walk and do those jobs, they used to walk in it's almost like an assembly line. They used to walk the line and do those jobs, taking the tires to curing areas or whatever where they cure tires out and stuff like that. I know you remember that when you used to take stuff out that was real hot down there, right? So they wiped out all of the people, and they put in the robots do that now. But what they do is, like, when those robots go now, they have technicians who went to school know how to work on those. They'll open it up just like they open up a little hood or something. Yep. They know how to rewire, whatever they need to do. And if you ain't ahead of the game, you're gonna be behind, like you said.
100%, man. You're definitely gonna be behind, and to me, it's kind of, as they say, it's kind of a gift and a curse. Because it's a gift because it helps help you get stuff done easier. The curse is it cut a lot of jobs. It can cut jobs to the point where you be like, man, we used to have a real thriving force. Now we got these just robots riding through here just delivering stuff to the real poor people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're right, man. And like I said, I seen it firsthand, man. And it's like, the robots never, of course they don't get tired. They never get tired. Right. Like when people used to walk those lines, they may get tired. They may need somebody to relieve them for breaks. and stuff like that, right? So when they got those robots, you know, they may have some people that monitor them riding around on a bicycle that may monitor those robots or whatever, but those robots never take a break unless they actually
go down,
or they need some preventive maintenance or something done on them or something like that. And then that's when you got those like the IT tech guys or whatever, the IT guys, they'll take them in a little cage and stuff like that and work on them, you know, making top dollar.
Making top dollar. And another thing too, how it's helping businesses is smart operations. You know, AI is transforming how businesses manage their behind the scenes work. For example, you know what I mean? AI is handling routine tasks like scheduling, invoicing, and inventory tracking. When in past you had it took humans to do that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It took hours of human labor to do that.
Yep.
Now, dude, you can get this stuff in a matter of seconds. Done.
Right.
Print it all out and done. Now, the cool part about it is it could help employees focus on bigger things, you know, inside the plant office or whatever. But more than likely, it's not. They're gonna get rid of them because once they find out that AI can do this stuff and it's accurate, I'm talking about like spot on.
Right.
What they need old Johnny over there for?
That's
coming in late every morning, come back from lunch late. They don't need him.
And that's almost like, you know, we'll put our good buddy back out there again, you know, good old McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's something like that, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like if they actually were capable of doing it, not saying that they're not going to be capable of doing this in the future, but they are capable of doing that. They'll wipe out all the poor customers, the people that's customer service.
Yeah.
They'll wipe out all the cashiers and all that. They're almost doing it now with the kiosk, to order your food. And after a while, if they was to do that, you might just have that one manager working.
Doc, I'm gonna tell you right now.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, but like to your point, you know, we were talking about how AI it can make it better, but like you just said, the flip side.
Yep.
AI takes over the routine jobs that people normally do. Them traditional roles disappear. Few people gonna be needed to do data entry and all that basic scheduling. Guess what happens?
Yep, cause
out of jobs.
Yeah, cause just like, you know, I never worked in McDonald's, you know, in high school or whatever. Cause you know, back then I was able to drive a school bus real quick before we get out of here. But like you said, you know, if you was to cut all the people with you just using kiosks and stuff like that, just do away with everything, you can have 2 guys or 3 people that's actually cooking the food or preparing it in the back, and you can have that one manager that run the register.
Exactly.
And the rest of the people that sit around on their phones, they out of here.
They out of here, man. You know, I'm gonna shift to this real quick because I know we
go ahead. You can finish off.
Out of here.
You can finish off if we need to.
Okay, all right. Sales and marketing. This is how I help sales and marketing, right? In the past, it was about they would do TV ads, billboards, all kind of stuff, right? Now, what AI does, AI targets exactly what they want, when they want it, with the right messaging. Just like, for example, you might be like, dude, I want some good ice cream. AI heard that, they're gonna put up the prettiest picture of ice cream you ever want to see. And guess where they're gonna take you? Wherever the ice cream at, you like, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Beautiful ice cream.
Beautiful, dog. And before you know it, you like, dang, how did mug know that I wanted some ice cream like this and this good? I mean, and it takes the billboard. You think about it, you starting to see less and less billboards. You go on the highway, a lot of them collapsing.
You're right.
All kind of stuff. They don't need it. Dude, this right here, dog, it come right to this.
Come right to you.
They don't need the billboards no more.
20% off.
For real. What I need a billboard for to tell me what a quarter pounder look like when they gonna see me a delicious looking one right here with that retina in it to make that screen better.
Or them great, them great Papa John.
Yeah, when they got the cheese and spring all the way up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dominoes or whatever. Yeah, you're right.
look, they with generative AI, companies are designing ads, writing product descriptions, even making music or videos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about that. The people that used to do that, they don't need them no more to do that. All they got to do is type in AI. They got a few other people that can kind of innate square that can make the videos for them.
Yep.
Basically, AI do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But we done
Right.
ran out of time. I got so much more stuff to share about this
Oh,
AI.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
dog.
Oh, yeah.
Even based on my research, there's so much stuff that that we can talk about.
Right.
Guess what, y'all? We done ran out of time.
Yeah.
We ran out of time. We thank y'all for joining Man Talk 133 with Charlotte and Daryl. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. Don't forget
That's
to check us out. YouTube, Man Talk 133. Facebook, Us Talking. mantalk133.com. Instagram, Man Talk 133. And till next time, we out of here.
We out.
God bless y'all. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.